Hi students, in this video we are going to learn about the improper rotational axis of symmetry. It is indicated by the SN. It is also called as rotation reflection axis. It is also called as rotation reflection axis. See here, there are two steps to perform this improper rotational axis. The first step is rotating the molecule by the angle theta. That is rotating the molecule by an angle theta. And the second step is, it involves two steps. First step is rotating the molecule by an angle theta, and the second step is then taking the reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. First one is rotating the molecule by an angle theta, and the second step is taking the reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. We already know that what is plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. If the plane is perpendicular to the rotational axis, it is called as sigma h. It is horizontal plane of symmetry. It is perpendicular to the rotational axis. Now, so here we can see, here Sn is equals to, I will write Cn plus sigma h. First we have to perform the rotation, and the second one is reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. So it is also Sn is equals to sigma h Cn. See here, to perform an operation we have to see from the right side. Sn is equals to sigma h Cn means first we have to perform rotation and next we have to perform the reflection, like this. See here, it is also called as rotation reflection axis. Why? Because rotation is followed by reflection in this improper rotational axis of symmetry. So it is also called as rotation reflection axis or rota reflection. It is also called as alternating axis. It is also called as alternating axis. Alternating axis. So by taking examples we can understand it better. So let's take the example of this methane. See here, CH4. See, it is H1, it is H2. This line shows that these H atoms are on the plane of the paper, where this H3 shows that this wedge shape shows that this is towards the observer, and this dash shape shows that it is away from the observer. So first what we have to do, that is performing the operation Cn, that means rotating the molecule by an angle theta. Now let's rotate it by 90 degree. 90 degree rotation. What will happen means, this C, just I will draw it and I will explain you later. H3, H4, H2, H1. See here, H1 which is on the plane of the paper here has gone away from the observer, whereas H2 which is on the plane of the paper is towards the observer, and H3 which is towards the observer has become on the plane of the paper, and H4 which is away from the observer is also on the plane of the paper. See here, I will show it by these sketch pens. Now it is visible to you. See here, it is one hydrogen atom, it is first hydrogen atom, it is second hydrogen atom, and whereas it is third one and it is fourth one. I have labeled it. It is one, it is on the plane of the paper, and this H2 is also on the plane of the paper. See here 2, whereas H3 is towards the observer. See here 3, whereas H4 is away from the observer. So here it is 4. After this, what we have to do? We have to rotate the molecule by 90 degree. So if this hydrogen atom comes here, it will become 180 degree. So half of it will become 90 degree. So here to here 180 degree. So half of it will become 90 degree. So rotate this molecule by 90 degree. 90 degree like this. What is happening here? See here. This is a hydrogen atom. First one. We are rotating this by 90 degree. So it is coming like this. So rotating by 90 degree, what happened means it is the hydrogen number 1. Hydrogen has gone away from the observer, whereas the H2 is coming towards the observer, whereas this H3 and H4 are on the plane of the paper. See here, this H2 is towards the observer. See here, it is 2, hydrogen 2, it is towards the observer, whereas H1 is away from the observer. It is away from the observer, whereas H3 and H4 on the plane of the paper. See, this is the methane molecule by rotating it by 90 degree. Here, let's apply this formula. Theta is equals to 360 degree by N. N is equals to 360 degree by theta. See here, N is equals to 360 degree by theta is how much? That is, what is theta here? It is a symmetry angle. It is 90. So we will get N is equals to 4. So it is C4. But here you can see it is a original configuration, whereas it is a equivalent configuration. But look at this molecule. Is it equivalent to this first molecule? Here in this, H1 and H2 are on the plane of the paper, whereas in the second structure these H1 and H2 are not on the plane of the paper. Here H3 and H4 is towards and away, and these are on the plane of the paper. So it is completely different from the original configuration. So it is not equivalent to the original configuration. So here C4 axis is not present in the CH4 molecule. Here important point to remember is that even though proper rotation is absent or present, it will possess improper rotational axis of symmetry. If proper rotation is present means also we will get improper rotational axis of symmetry, or if proper rotation is absent means also we will get improper rotational axis of symmetry. So here proper rotation is absent, that is axis of symmetry is absent, but we will get improper rotational axis of symmetry. See here, it is the original configuration, whereas it is not the equivalent configuration. It is not equivalent configuration. It is not equivalent configuration. So C4 does not exist in this molecule, even though axis of symmetry is present or not. The improper rotational axis will be present. Next, first step we have completed the rotating the molecule by an angle theta. The angle theta may be 90 degree, 120, 360 according to the shape of the molecule. So the next step is then taking the reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis, and the second step is taking reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. Now let's take this plane perpendicular to the rotational axis reflection. So See here, it is the principal axis, it is the rotational axis, and the plane perpendicular is this one, this carbon. So let's take this reflection here, placing the plane here, reflection. This is the reflection. Here they said taking the reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. It is the rotational axis, and taking the reflection plane perpendicular. Plane perpendicular means it is the reflection and it is perpendicular. This surface is, this molecule, this carbon atom is perpendicular to this rotational axis. So taking the plane here, that is reflection here. That means sigma h is taken. Sigma h is nothing but taking a plane perpendicular to the rotation axis. See what happens means, after the reflection what happens, this H3 in the reflection will look like it has come here, and this H4 will come here, and this H2 will come here, and this H1 will come here. So the reflection happens. If the after the reflection what happens means, first I will write it here, H2 H1, sorry it is dash and it is wedge shape. After the reflection what happens means, this H2 will be seen here and this H1 will be seen here. Opposite, this will be seen here, and these which are on the bottom side will be seen on the upper side. See here H2, here H1, and this H3 and this H4. See, you can observe that it is the sigma h operation. See, compare these two, original configuration and these two. See, these two are similar to each other. These two hydrogen atoms are on the plane of the paper, whereas these are on front and these is on the back side. So these two are equivalent configuration. Equivalent configuration, though here is H1 and here is H3, here is H2, here is H4. Though these hydrogens are plane of paper, and these are same to each other. These hydrogens on the plane of paper, and it is towards and it is away. So these two are equivalent configurations now. So here the improper rotational axis of symmetry is present in the CH4 molecule. That means here S4 improper rotational axis of symmetry is present in this molecule, but methane does not consist CN axis of rotation, but it consists of, that means it does not consist C4. We have seen N value is 4, so it does not consist any C4, but it contains S4, that is improper rotational axis of symmetry, that is SN. So the value of N here is 4, so here improper rotational axis of symmetry is present in the methane molecule. Now let's take our second example, that is let's take 1,2-dichloroethene. See, now let's draw its structure. It is Cla, it is Clb. These are H atoms. First, the first step is rotating the molecule. Rotating the molecule by some angle theta. Now let's pass a plane here, see here, and rotating the molecule by 180 degree. Rotating the molecule by 180 degree. So we have placed a plane here and we are rotating a molecule like this. What happens means, this upside atoms will come on the downside and these two atoms which are present on the bottom will come on the upper side, like this. We are rotating this molecule like this. So you should just imagine that these atoms are coming on the downside, whereas these two atoms are going the upper side. So let's draw it. Now let's draw the structure. So it is C2, that means N is equals to 360 by 180. We will get N is equals to 2. Now let's draw the structure once again. See, after rotation what is happening is this Cl1 rotation, this atom will come on this downside, whereas this H will come this side and this H will go on the upper side. This Clb will go on the upside. So like this, it is rotating the molecule by 180 degree. Now see here, it is a virtual configuration and it is a configuration we have obtained now. Compare these two. Are these configurations are equivalent to each other? No, these configurations are not equivalent to each other. That means here is CLA but here is H, here is H, here is CLB, here is H, here is a CLA and here is CLB, here is a H. See, even though proper rotational axis of symmetry is not present, means also we will get improper rotational axis. If proper rotation present or not present, we will get improper rotational axis. It will not depend upon this rotational axis. See, now we have rotated the molecule by angle theta. Now the second step is what we have to do that. Sorry, I have forget to mention this bond here. Now the second step is taking the reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. See here, it is a rotational axis. So we have passed the rotational axis here. We have to take the reflection in plane perpendicular to the rotational axis. So now let's draw this rotational axis once again. Here this is the rotational axis. It is a rotational axis. Here is a plane, means here is a, see, it is a rotational axis. It is a rotational axis. Plane perpendicular means this one, this like this. So now we have to take this reflection here. We are placing a plane here. Now we have to take a reflection. Is a reflection. See, it is a rotational axis. It is an imaginary line. It is a rotational axis. So this will become the perpendicular for this. If you are passing the rotational axis like this, this will become the perpendicular. Now we are passing like this, no? So it will become the perpendicular axis. So it is a perpendicular axis for this. So of reflection, now reflection is what happens, this will be seen here and this will be seen here, this will be seen here and this will be seen here. So that is sigma H. This CLB and here is H, here is H and here is CLA. This CLB after reflection is seen here and this H will be seen here and this H is seen here and this CLA is seen here like this. So compare these two. Compare this first one and this one. See, we have named this CLS A and B mentally only, but they are not physical namings. So these two are equivalent to each other. That means here is CLA, here is H, here is H, here is CLB, here is CLA. So these are equivalent configurations to each other. We have to perform this rotational axis. If you obtain equivalent configuration, then it is exhibiting SN. That means it is exhibiting improper rotational axis of symmetry. Thank you for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel and share my videos. Thank you.